Hello and welcome to AnnaCast. Today we're here to talk about the new story Buried Child by Sam Shepard. Today we have myself, Amelia Ford, Caleb Balzer, Eric Long, and Phoebe Gatens to speak with us today.
Buried Child by Sam Shepard is a story in a small farmhouse in Illinois that contains chaos, with the dying marriage of Dodge and Hallie, resurfacing enigmas, and forgotten grandsons. This narrative is sporadic and intriguing.
Dodge is a stubborn, chronically ill alcoholic that knows his death is coming soon. The wife, Hallie, is a hypocritical Christian that is annoying and bitter. Their two kids, Bradley, the unstable, literally and figuratively tough guy, and Tilden, supposedly, he got in a load of trouble in New Mexico, and he banged his mom and had a kid. His name's Ansel. That's kind of awkward, though.
Apparently, Hallie has been getting around. Father Dewis, the two-faced Jesus worshiper, was also having an affair with her. Don't get me started on the crazy forgotten grandson Vincent, but his chihuahua of a girlfriend, Shelly. That's someone we should be talking about. What does Shelly even represent?
Well, let's talk about what all this means. Shelly's a symbol. A symbol is a thing that represents something else, usually something physical that represents something more abstract, like images, characters, setting, or events. So let's go forward about Shelly. Shelly is a curious one for sure, always asking questions and doubting, especially when Father Dewis is around. Based off the play, we can presume Father Dewis is an example of a religion. But who would want to ask questions about religion other than a religious student? Atheists.
That's a good point. You put all the factors and the shoe fits. Well, first off, Shelly is a worrywart, a walking survey. She doesn't know what direction to go to or where to be led or who to listen to. Fact numero uno. She says, Vince, come on. This isn't going to work out. I've got a strong feeling. And right off the bat, she's judging and questioning. She needs a chill pill. She's barely been in there 10 seconds and she's already questioning.
Moving on with another explanation. She says, maybe you've got the wrong house. Did you ever think of that? Maybe this is the wrong address. Again, we see the persistent pup pleading. She isn't too sure about this whole, let's stay in the basement with somebody else that we don't even know type thing.
Lastly, these unanswered questions make her explode into a fit, breaking a teacup to get everyone's attention and screaming, I am here. I am standing right in front of you. I am breathing. I am speaking. I am alive. I do exist. Do you see me? And we can presume by being atheist, these questions pop up often considering people believe you have to believe in something.
That's not all, though. Following our theory, atheists get the short end of the stick, constantly being talked down upon and being left alone. She then goes into begging Vince not to leave her there alone with the family. That's why she was so mortified when she was left in the quote-unquote Christian household. And yet again, we have another example of how Shelly represents atheism. Shelly questioned Dodge about the pictures in the spare room. Dodge says that this isn't him and it never was. Shelly questioned him and said, so the past never happened as far as you're concerned.
This was Shepard's way of adding in a hidden example of atheism.
Backing up this theory, Shelly says the past never happened. Well, atheists don't believe that a past ever happened with God or anything else. So for her to ask if the past ever happened with Dodge, then that's a key symbol that she might be an atheist or believe in atheism. Another example regarding this whole atheism dilemma. In Act 2, Shelly and Tilden get into a conversation. Tilden repetitively asks about conversations and activities that Shelly does with Vince. However, our protective girl is very secretive about this, although there is nothing to be necessarily worried about. Now we will be displaying a reenactment of how the conversation went between Shelly and Tilden.
Well, what does he tell you?
Do you mean in general? Well, he tells me a lot of things.
Like what?
I mean, I don't know. I just can't come out and tell you exactly how he feels. 7 minutes. Yes, we're doing it.
How come?
Well, because he told me privately, I don't even know you. I'm not even sure he knows you. In this reenactment, we witness Shelly being safe about letting certain information out, especially regarding Vince and her relationship.
With these reasons, we can conclude that Shelly represents atheism easily. There's no doubt in our heads that this is exactly what she symbolizes.
Well, that looks like lunch break.
It's time for us to go. Thanks for listening.